At dawn, a pale light rises above the Atlantic. Cold mist drifts slowly across the water, wrapping the harbor in silence. Wooden hulls creak gently against their moorings. Ropes tighten. Sails stir. The year is 1700. On a narrow island at the edge of a vast continent, a small settlement awakens. This place is called New York. Not yet a city, not yet a promise, only a fragile beginning. Here, the world feels unfinished. The land is raw, the future uncertain, and every sunrise brings both hope and fear. The settlement clings to the southern tip of Manhattan Island, a handful of wooden streets, low houses pressed tightly together. Beyond them, endless forest. No roads lead inland. No maps describe what waits beyond the trees. Only rumor, only imagination. At night, wolves howl in the distance. By day, smoke rises from chimneys as families struggle to survive another season. This is a frontier town, and the frontier shows no mercy. Morning slowly fills the streets. Market stalls are assembled plank by plank. Fish glisten in wicker baskets. Fresh bread steams in the cold air. Blacksmiths strike glowing iron. Carpenters shape rough timber. Women draw water from deep wells. Children weave through the crowd, laughing, shouting, chasing each other between carts and barrels. Every sound tells the same story. This town is alive, and fighting to remain so. The streets are narrow and uneven. Rain turns soil into thick mud. In summer, heat traps dust and sweat between the buildings. Horses pull heavy wagons over stone and wood. Their hooves echo between crooked walls. The smell of salt and smoke fills the air. So does the scent of labor. Here, nothing is wasted. Nothing comes easily. Every nail, every board, every loaf of bread has crossed an ocean or been wrestled from the land by hand. The harbor is the heart of this fragile world. Tall masts rise like a forest of wood and rope. Canvas sails ripple in the wind. Ships arrive from distant shores, from England, the Caribbean, Europe, Africa. They carry sugar, spices, cloth, iron, tools, letters, and news. News of wars, of kings, of fortunes made and lost. For many, these ships are lifelines. For others, they are chains. Every arrival reshapes the city. Every departure carries its hopes into the unknown. Men strain under the weight of barrels. Ropes bite into calloused hands. Cargo shifts and thuds against wooden decks. Shouts echo across the docks. Languages blend into a restless hum. Here, the world converges. In sweat, in trade, in ambition. This harbor is small, yet its reach already stretches far beyond the horizon. As afternoon fades, shadows lengthen across the streets. Smoke thickens above the rooftops. The air cools. Doors close, shutters tighten. Candles are lit behind narrow windows. Night descends quickly. Beyond the final row of houses, Darkness spreads across untouched land. There are no street lamps, no guiding lights, only the moon, the stars, and the distant sound of water moving endlessly against the shore. Inside these homes, families gather close. They speak in hushed tones. They tell stories of distant places, of warm islands, of stone cities, of golden streets they may never see. Some dream of wealth, some of safety, some of nothing more than surviving winter. Above them, the wind rattles wooden walls. Below them, the earth remains cold and uncertain. This city does not yet know what it will become. It cannot imagine bridges rising across rivers, subways carving tunnels through stone, skyscrapers piercing the clouds. For now, it is only wood and fire, hope and exhaustion, fear and ambition. Yet something stirs within these narrow streets, a quiet force, an unseen momentum, the beginning of a city that will one day reshape the world. In 1700, New York is small, but in its silence, its struggle, and its fragile dreams, the future is already taking form. And as the tide rises once more, carrying ships towards distant horizons, the story of a great city has only just begun.